Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Castell. So this is Castell set up as a two-player game. If you've watched the Gamesplaned, you'll have an idea of how the game plays. I'm going to have a playthrough of the first round or two or three, I don't know how many, I'll see how I feel, just so you get a feel for how the game actually plays. So let's get started. Red is the first player because he has the flag. The first thing he's going to need to do is move because there's no real ability to do anything else at this point in time. Now he notices that the very first festival, which is over there, is looking for a number 4. There is only one number 4, so it would do him really well to start in Barcelona. So he'll drop his guy into Barcelona and he will recruit, and he'll recruit those two. So the number 4 and the number 10. Now he has the choice of taking strength or taking a mix. And he thinks at this point in time, it's probably worth his while to take a mix. And that was his training has now been completed. Now he's in Barcelona, which is here. He is nowhere near being able to get that one yet. And he's only moved that one up. So he can't get either of them. So he'll hang on to his stars at the moment. Though he does notice that there's a 3 here and there's only one other 3 on the board. So it actually might be worth his while to use the star straight away to train in Barcelona and take that other 3. That allows him to then be able to actually compete in the contests later in the game. He's now done all of his stuff. We go to this player. This player thinks that it's probably worth his while to grab that 3 just so he's got it. At least he can then compete in the Barcelona event. He then thinks that he might grab the number 6 as his second one. And then he will train a mix. So what that now allows him to do is put 8s and 7s on the same level. He can put the 6 in there and he can put the 3 in there. So when he gets to Barcelona, which isn't until the 4th round, he can at least do something. So he has trained, he has recruited, and he has moved. He has the option to pick up that other 10 if he wishes to, but he doesn't wish to do that. He has the option to move another area, but he doesn't wish to do that either. So let's move forward. Marker moves to round 2. The flag moves across. It's now this person's first go, and this marker turns so that new things become available at each location. This guy thinks it's probably valuable to go across to the green area. You'll tend to notice that I don't use the names of the places because I am going to mispronounce them. So just deal with that. He could have trained his strength before he moved out of that city. But he's moved to here, which allows him to train up his balance, or his option is to take wit. He might actually train up his balance. So balance is that one, and that comes on to the number 1. Allows him to take another number 7. He really wants another number 8 to make that work, but in fact, strike that, leave the 7 there. He'll take those two, the 10 and the 9. That allows him to put those two in, and then that one. So he's got a mix, but what he'll be able to do next turn is pick up another number 10, which put that to 3, and he can pick up a 5 or a 7, which will give him a chance at building up. So he has trained, he has recruited, he has moved. He has the choice of doing the special action, so he could train that other number 7. He could do that, but he would need to have this one moved up for that to work. In fact, he might actually train that up instead of the balance. So he has the ability to train that up, which now allows him to do a local performance, and he can achieve that because he has both of them on level 1. He's achieved that. So get those points down there, and he puts a star in Villafranca. Okay, it's over to the other player's turn. Red really wants to get here by next turn. So what he might do is move. He will use his extra action to move an extra 1. He will train his size up, so it's doing the same thing really. So that was using the all regions spot. And he'll pick up a 7 and a 6 for the moment. So he can do 4 on the bottom. I'll just find a space to build his pyramid. Let's see what he's playing with. He could do 3 on that level, but it only has 2 that he can do there, which means putting just 1 in. So realistically, he wants to pick up another 7 or a 6 and a 5, or be able to mix a little bit more. So he has moved, he has recruited, he has trained, and he used his special action. We move forward to round 3. This turns again. The flag swaps sides, so this player is first player. Because we've moved on to turn 3, that is a refill spot. So we refill till there's 3 guys in each location. The locations that weren't touched don't matter. They keep the 3 guys that they've got in them. It is Red's turn. Red has number 4, so he really desperately wants to finish here. But what he can do is he might use the practice spot to bring this one up. That allows him to have 2 levels that are the same number. He will move to here, pick up those 2 9s, bump that out. So he's got the width can go to 4. 5s and 6s are the same size. Put that in there because he's only got 1, but he has one of these which allows him to have the same size on top of itself. I think that's the best way for him to build. So he has moved, he has recruited, and he has trained. He doesn't have either of the local village stuff, so he won't do either of them. He might save his staff for the moment. Then we come over to the other player who doesn't have a number 4, so he can't take part in that, so there's no point in him heading there. However, he wants to be able to get to Barcelona next turn, so what he might do is actually move up this way. So what he might do is do the training in Villafranca, which allows him to move his balance. So I'll just move these across here. Normally they'd kind of line up coming out, but just so you can see them. Move his, so those 3 are all on level 1. He can now recruit, so he might move and recruit those 2 guys. That's about the best he can probably do out of what he's got at the moment. So he's got a level 1 mix, so he's got a mix there. He could go to 4, but he's only got 3 pieces. He's got 1 of the same level. Okay, that's all he will do. We now go to a performance in Villanova, which is just here. So Red is the only person who's actually playing there. He must have a number 4, which he does have. And so the way this works is there's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. He has 1 number 4, so that's 5. So he moves his star up to the number 5 because he's managed to get a 5-point tower out of what he's doing. Because this is a 2-player game, this is the medal for first place. It looks like silver. He got that in Villanova, so it goes there. He also gets that token, which will give him another 2 points at the end of the game. And then we move forward, trade that across, and this turns, and then we move on. I think I'll leave that game there. You've seen enough of the game to get a feel for how it actually plays. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplained, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.